guys, how's it going? It's Douglas here, Drum Boy Cosplay, and today we're going to be doing another unboxing. So it's been a while since I've done anything Distortions Unlimited related, and today we're going to be doing a Distortions Unlimited video. I am finally, hopefully, completing a set that I've been working on for quite a while now. And that set is the Distortions Unlimited Beheaded Illusions. This is one of my favorite series of anything to come out from any mask makers ever. I think these are absolutely brilliant pieces because a lot of people love them. I've carried different beheaded illusions around with me, whether it be the fresh beheaded, the zombie beheaded, and even, right here, corpse beheaded. You know, anytime I carry these guys around, people tend to love it. Of course, you can just stick your hand in here and puppet the mouth. And from this perspective, it looks pretty creepy. It looks like you're holding up a head, you know, that is biting the air, or if it's a zombie beheaded, moving the tongue around, etc. And I've been trying to complete a vintage set for a little while now. Well, I've got my vintage zombie beheaded. Of course, you've just seen my vintage corpse beheaded, and I have a vintage fresh beheaded. So now, all I need is a rat girl. Well, a while back I actually purchased a vintage rat girl. I think that was back in like early October. Then a couple weeks went by and I just had no communication from the seller whatsoever. Couldn't get a hold of them. They told me it'd be shipped out the next day, and I paid for it up front in full. Never heard anything, and after about a week and a half of trying to get in contact with them, I went ahead and opened a dispute in PayPal and got my money back. Well, recently, that seller decided to put those very same objects up for sale again, asked me if I was interested, and I was like, yeah man, just, you know, don't do me like last time, please. You know, I really appreciate good communication. I'm not trying to be a dick or rush you, but like, if you give me a time in which you're going to ship, if you're like, hey, I'm gonna ship 2 days from now, and then a week passes and I don't hear anything from you, no shipping information, no tracking information, nothing, no excuse on why you couldn't ship, no, hey, I've been busy at work, nothing, I'm just gonna get suspicious. And I've actually gotten fucked over quite a few times by waiting for sellers to ship and then they just never did, and it ran past the date in which you can open a PayPal claim. So guys, real quick, just want to remind you, if you don't know someone, or if they're not someone that you really trust, do not send friends and family. Send goods and services. And if you do send goods and services, if they do not provide you with that service in the time allotted by PayPal for you to open that claim, open a claim. Absolutely. They can't be mad about it. You paid them for a service, they didn't provide you that service, you get your money back. No problem. If they decide they want to provide you that service and you decide that you want to go with them for that service, you can always pay for it again. Well, that's what happened here. I decided to buy these again. I was like, you know, the first time it didn't work out, but I really want this piece because this thing is awesome, and you guys will see it in just a minute, hopefully. Well, yet again, same thing, no communication, had to open a dispute, and the person who actually owns the PayPal account, who's this individual's mother, is the person who ended up handling things, and I hope they sent me the right thing, but let's get right into it. No further ado. Alright, it's opened up, and I think I can see a little bit of hair in here, leading me to believe that this is, in fact, the correct piece. You guys ready for it? There she is, the Distortions Unlimited Rat Girl. Let's get her out. Wow, this is really fucking awesome. So you can tell she's definitely been stored in her original plastic. This is one of the true vintage copies, one of the first types, and you can tell by the way that it's painted. Very simple paint jobs, very directional. Something I've noticed on here I don't see a lot in other beheaded illusions is in the neck stump, usually it's just straight red. Well, this one's actually even got a little bit of white for, I guess, what's supposed to be like, you know, spine and some other vertebra and stuff like that. And this is a tagged copy, which is pretty freaking nice. This is Rat Girl Prague DU70. This was sold at Party City back in the day. And I love these old tags, you know, the old style Distortions Unlimited tags. Show that to you guys right there. It even has a spot where they can put whatever price they want. This one was never even marked with a price. This blood-curdling, gut-wrenching, state-of-the-art product represents many grueling hours of design, modeling, and refining. And it just has a little bit about, you know, taking care of it, that kind of information. The hair on this thing, pretty nice, all the way matted down. Usually you see these kind of spiked up or at least spiked out some, but this one is straight down. You can tell that it's been in a plastic bag its entire life. It has the super soft foam. For those of you who are Distortions collectors and know about these, you know what type of foam I'm talking about. Super comfortable. Everything looks great. You know, the paint looks great. I don't really see any problems with the casting. He said there was one spot in the hand up here that was casted paper thin, and I can actually feel that. You know, there's no foam in this area. It's a little bit thin, but still, like, it won't matter in the long run. It's just gonna get stored, you know. Pretty awesome. And of course, the reason that she's called Rat Girl, she's got this little rat coming out of her mouth. Pretty creepy stuff, huh, guys? Could you imagine just a rat burrowing its way out of your decapitated head? No, pretty awesome though. Pretty creepy stuff, and this finally completes my collection for the Beheaded Illusions. Stoked to finally have all those guys. Can't wait to display them all together. It's going to be really awesome getting the family back together. And guys, I plan to be visiting Distortions yet again this year. Some of you may have seen my Shining vlog a while back, and there was a lot of stuff that happened for that one. That was for my birthday last year. I went to Colorado for the first time, got to visit the Stanley Hotel, and most importantly, got to go to Distortions Unlimited. This place is probably as close as you can get to heaven on earth for someone like me. You know, what Distortions has done and continues to do means a lot to me and several other people in the mask community. Just the story of Distortions is a very, very brilliant one, and one worth looking into, which brings me to our next segment. Recently I purchased myself a copy of Remember the Future, the Distortions Unlimited story. This thing is a massive, massive book, and I haven't even begun to dig into it. I think immediately after opening it, I read like the first 10 pages and then set it aside. I had a very busy day. But I plan to read this thing from front to back before going to Distortions. I'll probably be taking this thing with me to hopefully have Ed sign it. And I want to tell you guys, if you guys have any interest in this book or Distortions Unlimited history, definitely pick one up right now. Which brings us back to scammers. Very, very topical for today. And when I ordered this book, I contacted the author, Lee Lambert, who has also done the Dawn Post history book, and was like, hey man, I finally ordered one of these, can't wait to get it, super excited. And he's like, that's strange, I don't have anything showing that you ordered one, I haven't gotten any royalties, I have no information showing that any have been ordered since like early December. And I'm like, huh, that's strange because I 100% ordered one, paid for it, and it says it's shipped and on the way. Well, it was actually sold by Amazon Fulfillment Services, and he's not getting any royalties off of this, so he's probably going to be pulling the book from the store, which means there's not really going to be a way to get these, and this may be one of the last copies unless you guys go ahead and order one. Make sure that you're ordering it from the original source, not the one that says Amazon Fulfillment Services or anything to do with ordering it from Amazon. Look for one that has, you know, his proper username. If I have that, I'll put that on screen now. And of course, Lee Lambert, you're the fucking man. Greatly appreciate the work that you've done. Your history is very, very important, and I really appreciate what you've done here. Well guys, that's pretty much it. So I guess I'm just going to give you a little bit of footage of this with the rest of my vintage Beheaded Illusions. And a thank you to Ed and Marcia for creating these absolutely beautiful pieces of art. If it wasn't for you guys, who knows where the mask community would be, because of course, Distortions is a very important part of not just the mask community, but for anyone who follows any bands, any masked bands or people that use mask props. Almost every masked band has used something by Distortions. It's pretty crazy, but they make some pretty amazing products. Well guys, love you all. See you next time.